This is an introductory lesson for those of you who are classically trained in piano but want to play popular music, either to accompany a singer or play in a band. And so I hope to kind of bridge the gap between how you've learned how to play piano using classical techniques and how to play when someone gives you a sheet of music and all it has is a bunch of chord letters. So I guess the first part that's really important is that to play this way, you'll really be using your ears a lot more than reading any notes. So one thing that helps to do is to just, pick a song that you like, preferably one that maybe has some piano in it, and play along with it on your piano as you hear it. And it's important to try things and experiment to see what sounds good and what kind of clashes. So I'll be starting with, the building blocks of most popular songs. So the first thing is that they're usually played in one key, and that key let's say C major. That will determine the different degrees of the scale relative to C. So you have all the white keys for C, but in a different key you'll have some sharps and flats. So D has two sharps. The next thing to note for songs is that there are usually triad chords built on top of those notes in the scale. So in C we have a triad, right? If you start with C, your triad gives you C major. If you start on D, using the notes of the C scale, the D chord is a D minor. E is E minor in the key of C. F is F major. G is G major. A is A minor. And the leading note B gives you a diminished chord. And then we're back to C. So, you have the 1 to 7, these notes in the key of C. Songs actually mostly go through, the same couple chords, not always hitting all 7 of them. So, in our example, so we have C, G, A minor, F. And so some people will call this a 1-5-6-4 progression, because the C is a 1, G is a 5, 6, 4. And it's so common that you can probably just play this progression over and over and get a couple songs out of it. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, and she will be loved, and she will be loved. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. So anyway, the point of that was that, so when you're playing in a certain key, then when you see the different chords, you'll, expect to see some chords. So you're playing a song in E, then you're probably going to see the B chord, you're probably going to see C sharp minor, you're probably going to see A. So it's important to, once you establish what key you're playing in, that you kind of have your mind set to what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chords are. you're not going to use the 7, as a diminished form usually, but so just knowing the 1 to 6 will be important.